Hi guys, welcome back. Today I'm gonna show you how to make protein pancakes and I'm using sourdough starter. I was gonna make these this morning, but I just didn't get to it honestly. So I thought I was just gonna make it now, even though it's like closer to dinner than it is breakfast, but that's okay. I'll just use this bowl. I'm gonna put my dishes away still. And just gotta pull up the recipe on my phone. And you'll also need a scale and sourdough starter. That is most of the ingredients. Actually, let me grab the yogurt. That should be it. I'm not sure, but it honestly makes things so much faster when I just grab all the ingredients. So here's my scale. Everything is in grams, and like normal, I will write the recipe in the description. Gonna clear that. 90 grams of flour. Oh, that was way too much. It's kind of a small recipe, if I'm being completely honest, but it works because like I usually just take them for breakfast or a snack and have something else. So it's not usually the only thing I'm eating. 13 grams of sugar. And then 1 teaspoon of baking soda. I keep my bag in a baking soda, I keep my baking soda in a bag because I think it helps it stay fresher. And I remember being with one of my friends and she's like, yeah, honestly, if you use baking powder or soda that has sat in your pantry for more than 6 months, your cookies are like way different. So I just put it in a bag because I feel like maybe that'll preserve it, but like I definitely do not go through baking soda or powder that fast. So I'm like, well, I guess we'll have still cookies anyway. Usually I just use like a teaspoon, not measure in grams, but it's 4 grams if you're wondering. Teaspoon of baking powder. I mixed that up, but whatever. Just don't listen to me. It'll work still. I don't really think it matters. And then 1 gram of salt, so like a pinch, like literally nothing. Whoops, that was kind of a lot. It works though. Whoa, that would have been tragic. It's not about being a perfect recipe. Like honestly, if you have flour, water, and sugar, that is like the basis of a pancake. The baking soda and powder just make it fluffy and airy. So I'm not too worried about it. One egg is about 50 grams, minus 47 right now. 100 grams of sourdough starter. While I'm at it, I'll just show you how I feed my starter. It's just with flour and water. It's actually like super nice and convenient right now because I just usually leave my starters in the fridge because I've been way too busy with school. But like if I know I'm gonna make something, I just take it out in the morning and then it's completely ready. So that's super nice. I think people kind of have a misconception that like sourdough is like such a big commitment, but honestly, if you feed it really well and then just put it in the fridge, it'll be fine. Okay, and I'm gonna set the pancake dough aside, put my starter on here. And I know I'm gonna make a loaf of bread later today. So I'm gonna put in like 60 grams of flour Usually I just do 50 and then 50 grams of water, but I like having a super strong starter for when I make bread. So then this is 40 grams of water. That's good. And then I just mix it, and that's it to feed a starter. Like super duper simple. And I'd say it's like a little bit thicker than the texture of glue if you do 50 grams of flour and 50 grams of water. But if you do like more flour than water, which makes your starter stronger, unless don't do like more than 70% flour. But if you do more than if you do more flour than water, then your starter is way thicker than the consistency of glue. Like I'll show you guys how thick mine ends up being. So it's like still dropping, but it's like got some density to it, if that makes sense. Just scrape that off with my finger, like so. And sometimes I'll take a spatula and just like clear off the sides with all the sourdough that gets up on the sides. But other than that, that's it. It's like a max 5 minute ordeal in the morning if you desire to do sourdough. So this is your sign to go start. It's kind of hard to get all of it off because it's very thick and shaggy and sticky, but throughout the day, it gets so soft. Back to our pancakes. 120 grams of yogurt. This is what makes it protein yogurt. This is not my favorite type of yogurt, but it has more protein than this per serving. Get whatever yogurt you want. And if you don't want to use yogurt, you can replace it with milk or buttermilk. This is my favorite yogurt just because of the taste, and it's a little bit sweeter. This is like super dense, gross. You can taste the protein. So pick whatever one. I'm making this for a friend though, and he loves protein. So we're gonna go with the higher protein one. I feel like I've had to rinse off my finger like 10 times in this ordeal. But honestly, it does not bother me because it's like, what, do I grab a spatula out and dirty that? Or do I just like rinse off my finger really fast and it'll be fine? So I feel like it's not that big of a deal. I forgot vanilla. Just do a splash. Well, that was not a splash. That is it for the pancake dough. It honestly takes like maybe 10 minutes to make. It really is super easy and fast. The batter is super thick if you add sourdough starter. If you don't add sourdough starter, it would probably be fine. But I don't know because I haven't made it without sourdough. But like mine is pretty dense, like dough form. So I'll try and mix it as much as I can. You see it's still kind of like shaggy. So to make it more into a dough, I just splash milk in there. And like I said at the beginning, I'm really just not a recipe follower. I'll just do it until I'm like, well, it looks okay. If it doesn't taste good, then I know for next time. It's not really about like making the perfect thing for me. So now it's like pancake batter, I would say. Like it's not too thick and there's no dry spots. So I'm gonna call that good. And you can meet me over at the stove and we'll get these things cooking. We got the dough, we got the skillet, and we're ready to cook the pancakes. I just put normal butter down so the pancakes don't stick. I do not use that much. Like maybe this much. And it usually doesn't stick. But honestly, do whatever. Might do a little bit more. Here's my plate for the pancakes. We'll just wait for that to melt and start cooking pancakes. Okay, all my butter is melted and I spread it all around the pan. we're good on that front. I usually just give this a few turns because it separates really fast. And I'll just ladle some on, and we're cooking on medium heat. Then I wait for them to bubble a little bit, and once they are, just flip them and they're done. They're starting to get bubbles, but they're not quite there yet. So a few more minutes. I think another way to tell is they kind of start getting matte. And also, if you don't want to guess, you can honestly just like start picking it up and oh, it's golden brown on the bottom. So I think it'll be fine to flip. Usually the first set takes the longest to cook, and then after that it's like a few minutes on each side. They're sticking a little bit. Usually they don't, but here we go. I do not know why they're sticking. Usually they don't stick. But I guess I'll put more butter down. Okay, that was rough flipping those. Next time I'm gonna put a little bit more butter. Usually it doesn't stick, but I guess that was too little butter. Like I said, it doesn't take very long for them to get cooked on the other side. So here's my done pancake. Ooh, hot. Steaming. So yeah. And I usually don't open them, but there's the pancakes. And then I'm gonna put a little extra butter on this time, just to make sure that it doesn't stick. Does anyone eat while they cook? Me. Interesting difference, because I haven't used the white yogurt before. It's way less sweet, which I actually kind of like for pancakes. And the pancake is super salty, probably because I didn't measure it. But I actually really like how these turned out. These ones didn't stick. A little bit more brown, but it's fine. I do not know why that happened. A little bit raw still. It's okay. Make sure to let the bubbles come through, or else it'll be raw in the middle. I'm gonna start flipping. Whoops. Give it a little bit longer. And I'm gonna put the ones that didn't cook back on. Press the like button if pancakes make you really thirsty. They make me thirsty. Should be good. Good. Thanks guys for watching. Let me know in the comments down below if those pancakes worked out for you or if they didn't cook through on some of them. Let me know also what you guys want to see next. And thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.